Loves, and welcome back to Can't Stop Talking podcast. And if you're watching on YouTube, hi, my loves. It's so nice to have you. I am most excited for this episode. And I know I say that every single time, but I'm not kidding because I am finally telling you guys how I manifest miracles in my daily life. I'm going to be taking you guys behind the scenes of how I manifested my Coachella weekend, which was one of the best weekends of my life. I always get messages from you guys of like, I love your podcast. I love how authentic you are on there. And so I just wanted to, bring you besties behind the scenes and show you how you can also create these miracles in your own life. And so the day that Coachella was announced, that it was Justin Bieber was the headliner, I started fucking manifesting because 2 years before this, I had gotten a free ticket to Coachella to see Frank Ocean. I went up the day to see Frank Ocean. We'll get into that. And Frank Ocean never came out. And so when Justin Bieber was announced the headliner, I was like, I'm going to start manifesting. Now I am going to decide that he is not only coming out because obviously he's had a lot of mental health issues, but he is going to have the most incredible performance. And so I would have my friends being like, what if he doesn't show, blah, blah, blah. And I would just keep going like, nope, he's going to come out. It's going to be incredible. He's going to even play his old songs. And I remember early on when this was announced, I was like, I just want to see him practicing. Like, that's what I'm manifesting. And literally the next week, I saw a video of him and he was like, I am going to be practicing on Twitch for everyone to see for the next couple months. I'm locking in. And from that moment on, I was like, manifestation's so real. Like, that is insane that I was like, all I want to see is a video of him practicing. And he was like, I'm going to live stream me practicing this whole time. I was like, we're set in the stone. We're set in the stone. We're set, ladies and gentlemen. And so I started manifesting all the way back then. And so a week before Coachella, I am getting so fucking excited, right? And I have my ticket already. We'll get to, I bought this ticket. I want you guys to know that this is not a ticket that I had manifested, but we will get there. But in previous years, I have gone to 3 music festivals for free. I went to Ultra in VIP for free for 2 years not in a row, 2 years, like 1 year. And then 2 years later, I went to Ultra completely free. And then I went to Coachella 1 year for completely free. And I made a video and I talked about exactly how I did that. How I did that is I decided that I was going to Coachella. My friends are already there. I was like, I'm just going to go for 1 day. And so what did I do? I acted as if I got ready, right? I got my outfits. I drove up and I had decided that I was just going to try and scalp a ticket. And I was like, but I'm going to manifest my ticket. I don't know how, yada, yada. I'm on the way to Coachella. And I was texting my friend who was actually working Coachella. She's the assistant to the head of Google. And I was going to go see her. She's my home friend. And she was like, wait, do you still need a wristband? And I was like, yeah, I do. And she was like, wait, I have a whole fishbowl of wristbands. Do you want one? Literally day of as I'm driving up. And so I go to her house and she gives me a free wristband. And so I made a video about that on TikTok about how I manifested my Coachella experience. And because of that, one of you guys messaged me. I'm obsessed with this story. And you literally said this was weekend 1 of Coachella. I was going to weekend 2. This is this year. So she messaged me on April 11th. She said, Lovey, your manifestation video came up on my FYP and it was exactly what I needed. My bestie gal and I are doing the damn thing. Outfits are set and we are heading down today on a whim and we are getting in. Take your manifestation juju with us. Stay tuned. So then I wrote back, I said, oh my gosh, my love, let me know how it went. This message made my day. I'm going next weekend. And she messaged me back a photo of herself and her best friend. They look so amazing. They look so hot. They look unbelievable inside Coachella. And she wrote, manifested, baby. And here's the thing, you guys. This Coachella, they were talking about how bands were going for $2,000. VIP was going for like $20,000. There was no more houses left. Like, this was the hardest Coachella to, manifest. And because I made that video, that free video, and one of my followers, decided that I was not special and they could do it too. That's the whole thing. I'm not special. I'm just a normal girl who decided to start manifesting. Then she was like, I'm going to do exactly what she did. She got on her outfits. She got ready. And she was like, I'm going to go down there and see if I can do it. And she fucking did it. And so I said, shut up, hotties. Tell me everything. I'm so proud. And she said, story time to the max, literally met the right people at the right time. If one thing didn't happen, it would have never led to the next. Insane. Felt like a movie, babe. And this is what manifesting is. It feels like a fucking movie. So this is what happened the week before I even got to Coachella. I was like, the manifesting vibes are insane right now. And so the next thing, I literally made a list so that I don't forget about it, is then, right, I had two friends that I really wanted to come to Coachella, and they decided that they were also going to manifest a ticket. It was a couple. So it was my friend and her husband, who I'm obsessed with. And I was like, you guys have a place to stay if you end up getting a ticket. So I was sending him tickets that I had found. And he would be like, nah, like I want to get something cheaper, yada, yada. And eventually, after Justin Bieber performed the first weekend, the tickets were so expensive, right? The tickets started, like I said, going for $2,000 a wristband, $20,000 a wristband. And I was like, fuck, all over TikTok, they were like, this is the hardest Coachella to get into. And so I was like, damn, I've been sending, my friends these tickets that I've been finding. And now there's no tickets that are under like $1,000. But here's the thing. Her husband, my friend's husband, did not have TikTok. So he had no idea that all over TikTok people were like, it's so hard to get into Coachella. It's also out. The bands are going for so much money. The houses are so expensive. I already had a house. So I was like, if you guys get your tickets, you are going to stay with me. That's all covered, right? And he did not have TikTok. So he wasn't getting limiting beliefs left and right. He wasn't thinking like this is hard to get into, Coachella, because he lives in LA. He's, gone to Coachella before. The tickets have never rose to these prices. You're always able to get a ticket. So he just kept being delusional. So me and my friend were like, you know what? Let's keep him off TikTok. Let's keep him delusional. Let's keep him guessing and acting as if he already got a ticket. And my friend called me, and here's what she did really well. She was talking in the present tense. She kept going like, when I, pick out my outfits, I have to pick out my outfits this week. And when we're in Coachella, then so she was acting as if she was already going. She was saying like, when we go, this is the outfit I'm going to wear. I can't believe it's such short notice. She was acting as if she was already going. And so even though me and her did have limiting beliefs about it, we were like, let's just not put our limiting beliefs on him. Let him stay delusional. Let him stay off TikTok and decide that he's going. And so what happened? The day before Coachella, it's Thursday. He even wrote, said to his wife, he was like, can you call in? He was kidding, but he's like, call into this radio station at 4 p.m. They're selling tickets. Because he was like, I'm all out of ideas at this point. He texted everyone. And at the buzzer, I always tell you guys, it's usually when it looks like nothing else is going to work out, the breakdown before the breakthrough. At the buzzer, he messages me and he says, he's friends with one of the DJ's manager. It's a big DJ. I won't say the name, but he's friends with one of the managers of this big DJ. And he goes, we got 2 free wristbands. And not only were they 2 free wristbands, he got 2 VIP Coachella wristbands for free because he ended up being on this DJ's guest list through his friend, because he stayed delusional at the buzzer beater. I feel like that's the thing. A lot of you guys say that you want something. You're like, I'm going to manifest these free Coachella tickets. And then when it looks like it's not working out, you give up. And it's the people who really stay till the end, till the last second, to the buzzer beater and keep the faith. Those are the ones who always get their manifestation. I'm not even kidding. It's like keeping the faith even when it looks like nothing else is working out. That's actually, I always tell you guys, my sign. When the breakdown is happening, I just keep the faith even harder. And that's when my manifestation comes through. And so I was like, this is fucking incredible. Not only do I get to experience Justin Bieber, I get to experience it with my best friends, right? And they get to go for free. And at this point, I was like, wow, now I've helped 3 people manifest free tickets, which just feels so good because manifestation is so real. And I just want everyone to experience this. And I want you guys to know none of us are special, right? And the thing that the girl said is yes, he got his tickets through, knowing a manager of a DJ, but she just met the right people at the right time and just went there, right? And so you can do this too. And so the vibes are high. The other thing I want to let you guys know is that I want to talk about working harder and not or working smarter, not harder, sorry. Working smarter, you know I'm not working harder. I'm working smarter always. And so before Coachella, I was like, I want to, be in the best shape ever. I was on TikTok. I wanted to be mentally in the best shape. I was like, I'm going to do this cabbage detox soup. That was the worst idea I've ever fucking had. And this is why I tell you guys, right? You guys know I don't diet anymore. I used to diet for, 25 years of my life, and I was 20 pounds overweight. And then once I started eating intuitively, eating what I wanted, which is usually chicken fingers and mac and cheese. Last night I had steak and mac and cheese for dinner. That's when I lost 20 pounds and kept it off. So I have this idea, like, let me, lock in and have this cabbage soup. Wrong. I eat this cabbage soup that I slaved over, that I spent a lot of money over, that I had to make. It took forever, that it wasn't fun to eat, right? I have never been so bloated in my goddamn life. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly the opposite of what I preach. For years, I ate healthy. For years, I ate like Brussels sprouts and like really, bloating vegetables and cabbage and stuff like that. And I tried every trend in the book, and I was overweight. I was 20 pounds overweight, and I was always bloated. And then once I started eating, what I wanted to eat, like chicken nuggets and, French fries and, vegetables, but vegetables that I like to eat, like zucchini, right? That's when I lost the weight and I kept it off. And it was just a great reminder of like, oh my gosh, it gets to be easy. It gets to be easy. And same thing with my content. I really took off kind of 2 weeks for Coachella, because the week before I wasn't really working. And then the week after I was so down bad that I didn't work either. But I was working smarter, not harder, because a little pro tip, just downloaded, and this isn't affiliate or anything, this software called Repurpose.io. And basically, Repurpose.io takes your content from one platform and already, do you guys hear those crows? And republishes your content on other platforms. And yes, you have to pay for it, but I was like, this is genius. I waste so much time repurposing my content, and this thing can do it for me. And so even though I wasn't working, I was still repurposing my content. And what happened, right? My reach stayed the same on my Instagram. My new Instagram has an 80,000 reach for like views. And you guys always ask me like, why'd you start a new Instagram? My old Instagram that had 14,000 followers, my reach was like 40,000. And the craziest thing is like, it was my intuition being like, start this new Instagram. And when I started my new Instagram, my reach is, I have 600 followers, you guys, and it's at 80,000. That's double the reach of 14,000 followers on my last Instagram. And so I worked smarter, not harder. And the other thing is my YouTube channel, it also was repurposing there. I now have 800 and something followers, and I'm close to having 1,000 followers on my YouTube channel. So it was like doing the work for me without me having to lift a finger. And this is why I love repurposing content and working smarter, not harder. And I tell you guys this all the time. When I do the easy thing, that's always how I get the most amazing results. And like, for example, I was really, hesitant to, pick up and record this podcast. Like a lot of the times I get like I don't want to record the podcast. And the reason that I get like that is because I'm like, it's so easy. My followers are obsessed with my podcast. I get the most incredible messages about this podcast. And why is it so hard for me to pick it up when it's the easiest thing ever? It's because my brain is like, it's so easy. Is it actually worth it? Do you actually think it's going to get results? And I always tell you guys, I might have to pause to get these, to close my window because of these birds. 1 second. Okay, hopefully that's better. And I'm manifesting that you guys really couldn't hear them. And this is still the best episode that you ever listened to. Actually, fun fact, I said to my friends, I was like, there's a lot of crows at the new place that I live. Like, does that mean anything? They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, does that mean that there's like a dead body there? They're like, no. They're like, Sam, that's like in movies. I don't think that's like real. I should look it up on ChatGPT, but there are a lot of crows over here. Okay, anyways, so that's, my brain is always like, if it's harder, it gets better results, when in reality, I've reprogrammed that belief. And so actually the things that have felt the easiest in my life when it comes to, working out and eating, I lost 20 pounds when I stopped dieting and I started walking and doing Pilates instead of HIIT workouts 5 days a week and eating super healthy. Like I started eating whatever I wanted and I lost 20 pounds. And it was the easiest thing ever. And, when in business, when I do the thing that's easy, for example, when I first started my business, I decided to have a quotes page. And that's how I grew my followers to 14,000 followers on Instagram. And everyone said it was so hard to grow just from quotes. And so I want you guys to know the easy thing is 100% of the time for me, the thing that gets me the most incredible results. And so this brings us, let's see our next point. Oh, so the next thing I want to talk about before I left for Coachella is that two things. I was at FedEx doing my taxes on literally the last day that I can send in my taxes. Hopefully I'll get better at procrastinating, but this is just me. You can still be a successful business owner and procrastinate the shit out of your life. Anyway, so I'm at FedEx and I want to talk about the law of reciprocity, which is basically the law of like, if you give with nothing in return, you are going to get that back. And so I'm at FedEx and I heard this woman talking to the clerk and she was like, oh no, it's like not coming out right. And she was like, what do I do? And she was like, I could go on Canva. And he was like, no, Canva doesn't work. And I heard that and I was like, wait, what are you doing? Canva does work, because I was in Staples like a couple weeks ago and I printed these pictures out from Canva using Staples. And so I was like, wait, no, you can use Canva. I can show you how to do it. So basically I stopped what I was doing and I helped this woman out. It took 5 minutes. I showed her exactly how to use Canva, just with nothing, not expecting anything in return from the bottom of my heart. I was just happy to help her and give. And she turned to me and she was like, you like saved my life. Thank you so much. She was there with her daughter. She was like, I'm reopening my facial business and I would love to give you a free facial for helping me out. And you guys, she sent me this message. I need to find it. Like I literally was in actual tears. It's kind of crazy how sweet people can be. And she sent me a message a week later because she got my number and she made this, she used Canva to make me a little note and she wrote, and this is why I want you guys to start, really giving freely. Give in your business, give, in your life, give outwardly and expect nothing in return, because then you'll get everything in return. She wrote, Dearest Sam, in a moment of chaos, you appeared like a ray of light. Without hesitation, you stepped in with grace, speed, and brilliance, turning what could have been a meltdown into a moment of magic. Your kindness, your savvy, and your calm presence meant more than you will ever know. Calm presence. Oh. At Le Face Factory, we believe that extraordinary people deserve to be celebrated. And you, Sam, are extraordinary. You came to our rescue and we will never forget it. And like, she doesn't know that doing that sweet act, giving me a free facial for helping her for 5 minutes, I'm going to promote her business everywhere. So if you're in San Diego, at Le Face Factory, please go to this place and give her so much business. And I'm just so happy to promote her. I like when I go get a facial, I'm going to take videos of it and just promote it. But it's like, oh my God, I helped someone for 5 minutes out of my day. And I just feel like the art of helping random people is lost. And I want to bring that back. And it just fills up your cup even more than them. But then like, I can't believe I got a free facial out of that. And the craziest thing is she works on TMJ. And I have crazy fucking TMJ. Also, I went to, I got Botox for my TMJ. It really did solve it, but I'm excited to go to get a facial as well. I got Botox for my TMJ and I also got my, face done. And if you're watching on YouTube, this one eyebrow is so tall. Like it's like literally up to the ceiling. And I'm like, I actually love this because it looks like I'm just like questioning everyone and what they're doing. But the funny thing is I can't go get it fixed because I went and got this Botox in Tijuana because I live close to Tijuana and I'm not going to go for a day trip to just get this fixed. So I'm like, I'm just going to be rocking with this, like me questioning people looking. All right. Anyways, so then after that, the last thing before the weekend is I had lost my ID. I went out a couple weeks ago with my friends. We had an incredible night and I came home and I lost my ID. And you guys know I don't lose stuff. And I always say the affirmation, what is mine will find its way back to me. But we went out at a place that's like 20 minutes away. It's only open on like Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. And I was like, I do not want to go and get my ID. So I did what I did best. I was on a manifesting walk and I was like, I'm going to decide that my ID is going to come to my house. I was like, I don't know how, I don't know when. I'm just deciding that I'm going to get I don't have to go anywhere to get my ID and my ID is going to come to my house. Just decided that. And in my head, I was like, maybe it would like, someone would message me on Facebook, be like, I found your ID. bring it to me. I don't know, but it didn't matter. The how is none of my fucking business. That's just what I decided. I forgot about it. I got present. I started doing my workday. Halfway through my workday, I had this thought like, oh my God, I actually got a letter in the mail like 2 weeks ago saying that my ID is going to expire on my birthday, which is May 20th in like a month, and that I have to get a new ID. And basically I went online, paid for my new ID because I had to get it. It was expiring. It was like $40 and they sent me a new ID to my house and I got it the day before Coachella. I went downstairs, opened up my mailbox and they had my ID. Oh my God, I love my life. Okay, so then we went to Coachella and you guys, it was absolutely amazing. I really want you guys to like, if there's something that you want to do, do it because it always works out. The manifestations that happen from doing it, you will get the money back, I promise, because this story will show you how. And that's the memories that are being lived. Like every time I go to a festival or something like that, or something just like, that most people would be like, I can't do that because of money, because of blah, 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 because of yada, yada. Every time I just send it to stuff like that, my whole life, I've been rewarded for it, right? Because I really believe that the universe wants you to live your life in the present moment. And when you are in the present moment, like I always tell you guys, you just become a magnet for manifestations. So the night before Coachella, my friend calls me and she's like, I have one ticket to this after party. I have a guest list that I can get you on for this after party. It's called Zanyara. It's $500 a ticket to go to Zanyara. And apparently this is like a really popular after party. I didn't know about it till this year, but it's a really popular after party. Celebrities go to it. Literally, it's free alcohol, all you could drink after Coachella. People pay $500 a head, which is basically the price of a Coachella ticket. The Coachella tickets are like $650. And she was like, I can get you on this guest list for free, just you. And she was like, I want to bring you, you're single right now. And like, I was like, finally, perks of being single. Thank God. And out of all my friends, I have like 20 friends going. She was like, I want to take you. I was like, I would love to. And all my friends were so happy for me. They were like, this is incredible. Like, you're going to have so much fun. It's going to be the best night ever. So I walked into the weekend being like, I already made basically $500 because I got guest lists for this after party. Like, that's insane. So we go to Coachella. The first day was incredible. I went to Sway Lee. He was unbelievable. Saw Sabrina Carpenter. I did not get to see Madonna, which I'm sad. And you know what pisses me off, you guys? So many people at home will be like, how did you leave Sabrina? And it's like, you didn't even leave your couch to go to Coachella. Do not tell me, right? It's actually so much harder to like go to every single stage. Like I saw Sabrina for a little and then I was like, okay, now I have to go to the next act, right? So sadly I did miss that, but no complaints here. And so we go to the after party. It was incredible. Stayed up till literally 6 a.m. the first night. So the second day, my feet are hurting so bad, but I'm like, Justin Bieber day. I'm so fucking excited. And so the second day, we go to Somber. Somber, you guys, I am obsessed. He's 20 years old, so I feel creepy, but he is incredible. Like, I think he is going to be like a prince of our generation. He has such stage presence. He was amazing. It was like our favorite set next to Justin Bieber. So then that night, right, we go to Justin Bieber, and here's what I want to say. I have been manifesting that weekend 2 would be the best weekend out of all the weekends. There is weekend 1 of Coachella, and then there's also Stagecoach after weekend 2. And since the day that Coachella was announced, I had been manifesting that weekend 2 would be the best weekend. And I really did law of assumption because I was like, I'm deciding weekend 2 is going to be the best. I already decided, I was like, weekend 2 is going to be the best because Justin Bieber hasn't performed in a while. So he's going to feel extra good by the second performance. And here's the other thing. My friends kept on being like, weekend 2 never gets the good, surprise guest. Weekend 1 always gets a good surprise guest. People always shit on weekend 2. And people are like, weekend 1, there's all these celebrities and surprise guests and it's better vibes. Weekend 1, apparently the winds were horrible, right? It was so hard to like walk around. There was sand everywhere or dust, whatever. 2, there was like too many influencers where they like oversold everything. Apparently it was so hard to get Ubers. Like it was like a shit show at weekend 1. And weekend 2, Justin Bieber came out. The second he came out, you guys, oh my God, that door opened again. I'm so creeped out that there's a ghost here. Weekend 2, Justin Bieber comes out. From the moment he came out, me and my friends looked at each other and we were like, he's back. Like you could feel his aura. I know you guys too online watching videos said the same thing. He was back. He was completely his old self. He was in the crowd. He sang the best he's ever sung. Also, people told me that weekend one, he was sick. So that's why he did a lot of his throwbacks and didn't really sing with them. Like he sung a little, but not the whole thing. Weekend two, he sounded like an angel. His aura, he was so back. He was so happy to be there. We got every special guest. I actually had said to my friends, I think he's going to bring out Billy. I thought she was going to be singing, but he brought her out as the last lonely girl, which was like, I still cry thinking about it. Big Sean is one of my favorite fucking performers. He's actually a big manifester. And the reason why he's where he is because he manifested becoming a rapper. That's a story for another day. And we just got, Sexy Red, SZA, Dijon, every incredible special guest. Everyone there was like, holy shit, this was by far the best performance of his life. Like he sounds like an angel. It was just so nice to see someone who you've heard so much about really deliver. And he was worth every single penny of the ticket. And I just have chills still thinking about it because I'm like, I can't believe I'm that lucky. I can't believe that 6 years ago, I was sitting in a cubicle at my corporate America, think in New York City, thinking about like, damn, I wish I owned my own business. I wish I, lived in California. I wish I could do cool shit and like take off work. And now I'm living it. Like I live in California. I have my own business. I took off basically 2 weeks of work and went to Coachella with my friends. I'm like, I have the time freedom and everything that I was manifesting. And it's just like such a full circle, like thing. And so I want you guys to know, like, I am not fucking special. And that night, we went to, the craziest thing is, how I told you that I was on the guest list for this after party. That day, I get another text message and it says, your invite basically got rolled over. I was on the guest list again. So another $300 ticket to the after party. I went again. And I got another rollover the third night, which is fucking insane because like that's basically like $1,500 of, free after party ticket, free alcohol, everything. Okay, my camera died again, so I have to wrap this up soon. But I know you guys love when I just show you the real raw, like what it looks like behind the scenes. Like my camera dies, you hear crows chirping in the background, but like I just keep going. And right now, like you can see a little pink right there. But this is what you guys love about the podcast when you message me. It's just so authentic. And you guys are like, I love the authenticity and, the behind the scenes. And I just manifest even though throughout all the, troubles with the camera and the audio that you guys love the podcast no matter what. And I always get messages from you guys that you're like, I listened to every single episode and I'm listening to it again on repeat, which just makes me so happy. So to end this, my friends who got into the festival through the DJ's manager, they ended up being able to go to Zanyara, the after party too. So I got to be at the after party with my other friends as well for freaking free. They went in with the DJ, which is actually insane. And that was the end of my perfect Coachella experience. And I know I manifested it because every single person, like when I went on TikTok, people from weekend one were like, we want our money back because we want to be at weekend two. Justin Bieber popped off. Even Hailey Bieber wrote like weekend two, hallelujah. Like everyone was like, damn, weekend two was the better weekend, even though there were so many limiting beliefs, even though people shitted on it. And when I got home, the best part about all this is I told you guys I had paid full price for my ticket. My friend who got the 2 VIP tickets for her and her husband sent me a Venmo for $325. I said, what is this for? Like, no, like, who am I sending this to? She said, it's for you. I always wanted to split my ticket with you. You were the only reason I was at Coachella. I tried to send her back the money. She was like, you have to take this money. Like, it means so much to me that you'll take it. And so I got my Coachella ticket for half off for doing nothing. And that is the power of manifestation. So I love you guys so much. I hope you use this and realize I'm not special and you can do this for your own self. And I hope you liked this episode. And if you did, please like and subscribe, comment. I love hearing from you guys and I love you so, 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 so much. Mwah.